Well, hello everyone, and welcome to another live episode of our version of I Love the 80s, and the year is 1988. And as you see, we don't have one of the people of the crew here. Ali is not here today, but me and Phenom are still going to kick it, and it's going to be so good. As always, I can't do that without my man, crew, Phenom 202. What say you?
Phenom 202, DJ representative. Ali, yo, rest in peace, yo. He ain't dead, but safe travels, man. Dog, I'm excited for this for the night, man. 88. I don't know how we're gonna cram all this stuff in.
I'm going to try, man. I'm really going to try. It was a lot of stuff going on in 88, and I really just had to just pick out some highlights, but I know we're going to have a whole lot more. And I know you guys out there are going to let us know a whole lot more in 1988, man. But you know what? Let's go ahead and get started. Starting right off at the top, man. Let's go ahead and get into it. 1988, yo. Let's go, yo. Child's Play comes out, premiered in 1988. Fantastic movie. The movie is about a single mother unknowingly gives a doll to her son, unaware that the doll is possessed by the soul of a serial killer. This movie was a box office success, became a cult classic, and has spawned a media franchise that is still going on today. Phoenix, Child's Play. I love the movie. Scared me half to death when I was growing up. What are your thoughts about Child's Play, man? Give me your feedback. What are your thoughts?
I actually watched this last week. I caught it at the beginning. This movie is a great horror film, yo. Just seeing Chucky just, acting coy and like undercover and then killing people. And then, he tried to kill the woman. He's like, "Come here, you bitch." He was trying to stab her with the knife and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But I would say this, though. The Chucky franchise, this one was more serious than the other ones that came along down the road.
I would agree.
This was a true horror film. You know what I'm saying? And it made everybody, scared of their dolls at that time, yo. If you got a doll, yo.
Yo, straight up, yo. You was real scared of the dolls. And I really don't know how they did it, but the animatronics that they did with the face on how it was able to go to this face that we see on screen to the crazy face.
Yeah.
It was really good, man. And yo, what was the guy's name? Was it Charles Lee Ray? I think that was the serial killer.
Man, and it's funny though, all through the movie, they end up in the toy factory, the jump fall on Chucky arm and rip his arm off.
Yes. Yeah, it was good. It was a good movie. I think it's definitely one of the best horror movies out of like all the ones you could think of. Child's Play gets forgotten about. You talk about Fred Nightmare on Elm Street and Jason and Michael Myers. People forget about Chucky, man. You got to put Chucky in there because it's still going on to this day.
Yeah, it's crazy because wrong one. Mississippi Burn, not Mississippi Burn. My Buddy was a play on Child's Play. I mean, like My Buddy and Chucky was the same thing, yo.
That's right.
Dog, it was a good movie, yo. It still holds up, and I'm glad. Have you seen the new version of it yet?
I have watched a couple of episodes. Yeah, the sci-fi version. It's good. It's good. It's like 3 seasons out. I watched the first season, and I was like, "Yo, this is crazy." Yeah. But I've been missing all the other seasons. Have you watched it?
I have. It's pretty funny. I mean, it's more it's more over the top shit.
Yeah, they have some things in there.
It's like, so it's pretty good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, this is definitely the more serious one, Child's Play, and it seemed like every one after that became a little more campy and stuff like that. Yeah. But there was a movie that was quite campy, quite funny. That was the number 2 movie of 1988. Wouldn't you know it? Eddie Murphy still is the box office king of 1988, man. The number 2 movie coming to America. Eddie Murphy plays Akeem Jaffer, the crown prince of Zamunda, who travels to the United States and hopes to find a woman who he can marry, who will love him for who he is and not his status. Look, dude, so many memorable moments in this movie. I mean, not only are you getting Eddie Murphy, then you're getting Eddie Murphy playing 4 or 5 different characters.
Facts.
There's too much in this movie that, like, I watched this movie 1,000 times when I was growing up as a kid, and it's still in my top 5, man. Love this freaking movie, yo. Well, what about you, Phoenix?
So I always say this. If you've been listening to us for a while, in my basement, I have 6 posters. 6 posters. I got what am I looking at? I got Big Trouble in Little China, Goonies, New Jack City, John Wick, Black Panther, and Coming to America, yo. Coming to America is a top comedy of all time. It's smart, it's funny, it's plausible. The acting in it, the characters, Eric LaSalle with the soul glow, the family leaving their Jerry Curl juice on fucking up people's furniture.
On the chair, yes.
You got McDowell's. We're not McDonald's, we're McDowell's.
We're McDowell's.
They have to go to Arches. We have to go to Arcs.
Yes. They call themselves, they call it the Big Mac. We call it the Big Mick.
Yeah, I mean, it was so good. And it was. I think Eddie Murphy, he's a genius. Comedic genius. Him and Arsenio Hall did as good job as Simeon.
Yeah.
But also you had Randolph and Mortimer from Trading Places. It was an ode to them.
Their cameo in there, That's true.
And,
it was
good.
I'm sorry.
No, it was good. I mean, it's a classic. Every time I come on TV, I don't care when it comes on, I'm watching it. Stop it.
I mean, this was the number 2 movie in America. I mean, practically an all-black cast. Eddie Murphy is really fronting this movie. He's the centerpiece of this movie because not only is he playing himself, he's playing 4 other characters in this movie, which is fantastic because they are some of the most memorable characters you'll ever know. Like, who doesn't remember Sexual Chocolate? My man, Sexual Chocolate. Sexual Chocolate. They play so fine, don't you agree? Yo,
that boy good.
That boy good. Good and terrible. Yo, that was the funniest shit, yo, for real. And what about Arsenio Hall playing the Reverend?
The Reverend. When he dressed up like the woman when they was trying to find their queen in there.
Oh, in the bar?
Yeah, he was like, I want you and your little friend too.
Your friend too. Sounded like Vera DeMarlo.
Yeah. This movie was a great movie, man. I tell anybody, if you've never ever seen this movie, you just have to.
It's a great movie, man. Great movie. And the barbershop scene is probably one of the funniest moments in this movie where he's playing all the different characters and they're arguing about Muhammad Ali. And this is a great movie. If you haven't seen Come to America, which I'd be surprised, but
I'm gonna call him
please check it out.
Yeah.
His mama named him Clay. I'm gonna call him Clay.
But you know what? Yo, shout out to Eddie Murphy. If y'all have Netflix, Beverly Hills Cop 4 dropped tonight. Y'all gotta watch it, man. I'm off tomorrow, so I definitely will be watching it. I gotta support. So yeah.
I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna watch it. Another great movie that came out, a groundbreaking movie in 1988. I completely forgot about this until I was going through the list. Who Framed Roger Rabbit? Groundbreaking film that combined live action with animation. This film really set a stage that is kind of being copied today, but this really was quite groundbreaking. So to give you a basis of this film is set in an alternative Hollywood in 1947 where humans and cartoon characters coexist, and the plot follows this cop Eddie, who is a private investigator who grudgingly, against because he hates cartoons, tries to help figure out who framed Roger Rabbit. So that's the whole premise of this. I watched it as a kid growing up. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was funny as hell. Who didn't like Jessica Rabbit when she came up on the screen? I thought she was the hottest thing since sliced bread. You know, I mean, yeah.
Yo, that was a line of the movie when it came to her. Yo,
I'm not bad. I'm just drawn that way.
This movie.
What are your thoughts?
It's a classic movie. The thing about it is, in my household, we used to watch movies with the real people and animated, like Mary Poppins. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. You know, where you have real people and you have cartoon characters, stuff like Song of the South, which is got pulled and everything. But I watched all that stuff. This took it to another level though, because this movie I don't think it was so much of a kid movie than an adult theme movie, because you have murder in it. Yeah, you have cartoons make everything lighter, but there was a part where I can't think of the dude that played Doc in Back to the Future. Yeah, he was the villain in it.
So he was the villain in it. Yeah, the judge. I think that's what his name.
Yeah, so he took the shoe, dipped the shoe in the acid. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, killed the cartoon.
Yeah. No, it was definitely a great movie, man. I want to go back and watch it again. I haven't seen it in such a long time, but I remember how good it was. You know what I'm saying? Bob Haskins right here with Roger Rabbit. Yeah. Christopher Lloyd. That's what it was. Yeah.
Christopher Lloyd. That's what it was. Christopher Lloyd. Yeah. It was. Yeah. It was good, man, and it had a lot of sexual tones in it. When Jessica, of course, always got on the screen, which was kind of odd. I mean, they was really exposing her bosoms, and every time she would walk, they would tilt this way or tilt that way. Yeah. And as a matter of fact, there's one scene where something drops on the floor, and this detective picks it up. He hits her breast, and her breast bounce. So they would add a little bit of tidbits of this adult theme in this little kid movie, man. So it was a good movie. It was
rated PG.
It was rated PG.
Yeah.
Well, okay. I guess that would explain it, because it wasn't rated G. So even though it was a cartoon movie. Yeah. Man, there's so much in 1988, and we're going to go back because we see all of you guys putting stuff in the chat. Bear with us, man. We are going to not forget about what you guys, but we got to talk about this movie. Now, a lot of people always say, is this a Christmas movie or is this an action movie? I think it's a combination of both. Let's talk about it, man. Die Hard. Bruce Willis plays the role of John McClane. And do you know, which I found this out by doing some research, this role of John McClane was pitched to Arnold Schwarzenegger and Sylvester Stallone, and they both turned it down.
They whacked for that.
They super whacked for that. So of course Bruce Willis was then the next one highly considered because he was doing Moonlighting at the time. And this film was great. This is an action film starring Bruce Willis, and this is considered one of the greatest action films of all time. It has become a classic, and this redefined what is considered the action genre, largely due to its action of the classic hero that is like vulnerable and quite fallible protagonist. Like, he's not a straight edge type hero. I mean, look at him right here.
Nope.
I mean,
he's an everyday hero. I mean,
everyday guy. Yeah, he's got his issues. He's got things he's dealing with. Like in this film, he had a broken marriage, but it redefined what was considered to be the action genre, and I absolutely love that. This is one of my favorite films in the franchise, just because it's the first one. Fantastic film. Phoenix, what are your thoughts about Die Hard?
Definitely a Christmas movie. Argue with your mama. But it's also an action movie, so you can argue with your mom about that too. I don't know which one it is, yo. I can see both. I mean, just because the movie,
I consider it an action movie first.
Yeah, but no, I think Bruce Willis set the tone for the regular guy being the hero. Like, he didn't have all these muscles, he didn't have all this weaponry. He actually spoke during the movie. Like, he didn't have like one line here or there. He actually had dialogue and conversation. Shout out to Alan Rickman, yo, Hans Gruber, yo.
Oh, he played a hell of a villain, didn't he?
The villain is, and that makes it good. I love these type of movies.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You need a good villain.
You need a good villain, and he's a good villain. I love the storyline. I love everything about it. Had Carl Winslow in it. You know, he was talking to John McClane.
That's right. Yep. The whole time. Yep.
Yeah.
You know,
it was good.
It was really good. Also, a good thing about this movie is that he really never had the upper hand through the whole movie. If you really watch this movie, even though he's making his way, it ain't easy. This brother is struggling. He's beat down quite a few times. And a lot of times when he's winning these battles, it's luck. Like, it's just he's barely skimming by when he's winning these battles. And you can see here, this is not even halfway through the movie. Yeah, he's in the air ducts with a dirty white beater cut over his eye. But this movie is absolutely phenomenal.
Had to walk on the glass with barefoot.
Oh, yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So I really did like this movie for that factor, man. It really did redefine what you consider the action genre, man. So got to give it up for her. And I'm so glad, because this movie would not been anywhere near as good if Arnold Schwarzenegger had this role or Sly Stallone.
It would have did numbers because of his action. But I think Bruce Willis, this catapulted him into.
I agree.
Because I don't remember him after this movie. He was doing action movies after this.
He was doing movies after this. Yeah, he was doing Moonlighting. That was the only big thing at the time, which was a TV drama series. Yeah, and this catapulted him. After this, he never went back to TV.
Yeah, because he had all these, Die Hards. I even like the two Red movies that came out with him.
I forgot about Red.
John Malkovich.
Man, they had an all-star cast in Red. Damn.
It was good. I watch Red all the time. It's one of those movies you catch. It's so good.
Yeah, but that's what it is about John McClane. And you said it best, Angel. He was an everyday hero, and that's what it was. That's what it was. People could relate because this was a regular, everyday hero that just so happened to get caught into a situation, and he did a fantastic job, man. He did a fantastic job. So let's go on to the next one. Oh yeah,
Let me kick one to you. Because I've been sitting on this all day.
Okay,
because this has been coming on TV lately. Kumite. Bloodsport came out in 1988. Jean-Claude Van Damme. The movie was campy, but it was great. The dialogue sucked, but it was great. Characters fighting. Some of them, shout out to the black people in it. They got their ass whooped, yo.
All of them.
But it was still great. Jean-Claude Van Damme got the aspirin thrown in his face and then beat Bolo. It was great. I love this movie, yo.
Bloodsport. Straight up, yo. I got to give it up. Bloodsport was a fantastic movie. It didn't do great at the box office, but it is a cult classic, though. Like, once you watch it, you can't stop watching it because that whole kickboxing thing and him trying to learn how, because his brother got all fucked up, like, it's a great movie, man. It's a great movie.
Because Olga from Bat Nerds, he was Jackson. He played Jackson in it. So he had he was a big dude fighting everybody, and then he goes against Bolo, who ain't never lost. He has the quickest knockout and all that stuff. And then Bolo beats him, takes his bandana, ties his bandana around his leg, and fight Jean-Claude Van Damme, yo. But it's funny though, because this wasn't the first movie I've seen Jean-Claude Van Damme in. I'm gonna go back a year or two. There was one movie, I don't know if you ever seen it, but it's called No Retreat, No Surrender.
Oh yes, but I can't remember it though.
He played the villain in it. He was still buffing all this shit. This little teenage kid whipped his ass. It was a stupid movie, but he was a villain in it. But you can't tell me if you don't like Bloodsport, then we have an issue.
Bloodsport's a fantastic, man. I think that's definitely one of Van Damme's best movies because he tried to later on venture out of that, but that to me was him in his box. The choreography. He didn't have a lot of lines, but just enough lines so that he could act what's going on, and it was always. Bloodsport's just a good ass movie, man. I'm glad you brought that up, Phoenix. I forgot about that. And Valerie, I think he was a lot of girls' crushes in the 80s and in the early 90s. Everybody was talking about Van Damme, especially if he was doing them splitting them. And,
But the funny thing is, he got some cheeks in the movie, yo. They had the undercover lady trying to investigate the Kumite, end up liking him. He ended up getting some cheeks, and then she ended up showing up at the arm with incognito, trying to do a story on the Kumite, yo. But it was good. But it's funny, because it's played off Frank Duke. Frank Dukes is the guy that is supposed to be
real life, supposedly a real life
Frank
guy.
Dukes ain't never lost, but we have no footage of him ever fighting. So people trying to call him a fraud and all that stuff. But
I have heard about that.
A good movie, yo.
Yeah, great movie. Good pull, man. Good pull. Another great movie that's become a cult classic that we got to get into. Here it is, man. Beetlejuice. Directed by the one and only Tim Burton. Now, Tim Burton is on a roll at this point because by this time, Tim Burton had directed Batman. I'm sorry, I go back further. One more. He directed Pee-wee's Playhouse, Pee-wee's Big Adventure. I'm sorry. Then he directed Batman. Then he directed Edward Scissorhands. Man, this brother's got a resume. Now he's hitting us with Beetlejuice. and even after he did Batman 2. So I got to give it up for Tim Burton. He's really doing great. This film became a cult classic, and basically the plot revolves around a deceased couple, which you see here, who they're ghosts, but they're not allowed to leave their house. So they contact Beetlejuice to help scare the home's new inhabitants. I really love this movie. This is a great movie. A lot of people may not know this, but they are coming out with a finally over like 30 years. They're coming out with a part 2. But this movie was great, man. Michael Keaton in his bag. He's doing great. I don't think anybody could have played this character. Oh my God! Yes. A lot of people forget that's Alec Baldwin. Yes. Young Alec Baldwin.
Like young and 40 pounds lighter, yo. You know what I'm saying?
A lot lighter.
But no, this movie was a great movie. It was a great movie. I think Michael Keaton showed his range because Batman came out the following year. Batman came out in '89.
Correct.
This is before that. But no, the chemistry in the movie, the plot of the movie was good. You know what I'm saying? Like Winona Ryder was the only person that could see Beetlejuice, like the living person, because she had. I'm kind of interested to see what the plot is for the new one. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
this is overdue. A sequel is definitely overdue.
Yeah, it's definitely overdue. I'm not sure what the plot is. I watched the trailer, and from what I'm understanding, one of Winona Ryder's father in the movie passed away, so they're coming back to the funeral, and I think they go to visit the house because of nostalgia, like, oh, this is where we used to live, and blah blah blah. And of course, her younger daughter winds up finding the room upstairs and gets in contact. So that kind of starts the whole thing. So I hope it does well.
Up there, you see the lights and stuff like that. So
it was really cool, man. I'm excited, yo, because this was it's long overdue. Long overdue. But you know, one movie that after I saw this, I was like, I've got to watch some clips because this movie is so freaking good. And this is one of the best scenes amongst others. This is one of the best scenes in the movie. Definitely one of the most iconic scenes in the movie from the movie Big. Who hasn't seen Big? So Big is a fantasy comedy drama starring Tom Hanks. And basically what happens is this is one of his most iconic roles. He plays an adolescent boy named Josh who makes a wish to be big on this antique fortune teller machine, and he physically transforms into an adult. Love this movie from beginning to end. There is nothing about this movie I don't like. Tom Hanks is killing it. This is when, if anybody had any doubt about what Tom Hanks could do, they were like, okay, this guy's a king. He knows what he's doing. And this is one of the favorite scenes when they're playing a little melody on the piano. I'll leave it to you, Phenom. Go ahead, man. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I think this movie is a classic movie.
Absolutely.
Definitely like this and FAO Schwartz, the piano scene. So you can't not know it. Like I said, everybody wanted to play, step on the piano and the keys and play that.
Absolutely.
I think Tom Hanks was really good because he was a grown man playing a 14-year-old boy. And the little idiosyncrasies of being a 14-year-old, he displayed it in the movie.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? As far as, him, though, Shorty was feeling him.
Yeah.
She was trying to throw it at him. And
she was throwing it at him hard.
He didn't understand it because he had never been in that situation before. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But it was just a good movie all around. So this is probably one of his best.
I would think so.
Roles.
Yeah. I mean, he's got some quite memorable ones like Forrest Gump. This one definitely ranks up there. But yeah, you're right. All the little nuances and intricacies of really capturing what it is to be a 14-year-old. He didn't try to play a 14-year-old and go over the top. And you're like, okay, he's really overdoing it. He was still him, but just the little things, like when, like I said, when the girl was trying to hit on him, she came to the house and she's like, so I don't know if we really going to do this. Should I come over? And he's like, what, you want to sleep over? He's like, okay, yeah, but I get to be on top. It's like little things like that. Or when they finally are about to go to bed and she's laying in the bed kind of waiting for him, and he just jumps on the top bunk. He just wasn't getting it. But it was little things like that, man, that makes this movie so memorable and so I would guess they say cute in another word. Are there any movies that you want to talk about before we move on? That because there's a lot of packed movies in 1988. Do you remember Critters?
Of course. Oh, hell, that shit scared the hell out of me growing up, yo.
Me too.
Critters, like the little black balls running. Dog.
Yes. Dog. That movie scared the shit out of me. They had like
it was a good
10
movie, yo.
It was.
Oh, it was good, yo.
They had like 10 rows of teeth, and they would just eat anything that came in their path. Oh man, that movie scared me to death when I was a kid. So yeah, and the Critters 2 came out in 88, but yeah, I definitely remember Critters. Chicago Cubs, he already talked about Bloodsport. So good showing there.
So I'm looking at the
Action Jackson came out in 1988.
Action Jackson, good one. I'm looking at the top movies in 1988 box office wise. Who Framed Roger Rabbit, Coming to America, Good Morning Vietnam with Robin Williams.
Yeah,
I love that movie.
I got halfway through of it when I was a kid, but I did go back and rewatch it when I got a little older because it just didn't have that much for me to
it's not a kid, definitely not a kid's movie.
Yeah, it wasn't a kid's movie. Now this movie I won't say I really love. I love this franchise.
Yeah.
But this was the movie for me that I was like, okay, the franchise is taking a little bit of a turn because it didn't have Steven Guttenberg anymore. So Police Academy 5, when they go to Miami, it didn't have Steve Guttenberg no more. So it wasn't quite the same.
It was going down on the franchise. But I can tell you what wasn't going down. Young Guns. Young Guns is a top 5 Western movie of all time. I'll argue with anybody about it. That movie is so good. It had Emilio Estevez, Lou Diamond Phillips in it. Kiefer Sutherland.
All the hot guys.
I even like Young Guns too, but Young Guns 1 is creme de la creme when it comes to.
I didn't get a chance to see. Oh, I haven't seen Young Guns 2. Okay.
It definitely got that.
Oh my gosh. So good. Dan Aykroyd and John Candy. One of my favorites too. One of my favorite shows. That's a great movie. That's a great movie. That's a good pull, Aretha. Good pull. Yeah. So we're going to go on to music in 1980s because there's so much music, so much. But instead of talking about a particular song, I'm going to talk about a particular person. And here he is. This guy dominated in 1985, man. Dominated the charts. George Michael had 5 singles hit the Hot 100 charts in 1985. Now, this one is his biggest single, which was Faith. He had Father Figure, One More Try, which I'm sure you know, Monkey, and a song called Kissing the Fool. George Michael was literally at the top of the heap in 1995, and this is when he's really doing his first.
95.
I'm sorry, not 1995. I'm sorry. Thank you, Phoenix. In 1988, this is when he's doing his solo career. And what a way to kick it off. The girls are loving George. And I got to admit, this song is fucking hot, yo. Do you remember? I'm sure you remember this song. But what are your thoughts about the whole thing about George Michael, not just this song?
He's one of my favorite artists. I mean, I love his body of work. Yeah. You know what I mean? We got a couple George Michael reactions on here. I mean, I loved him when he was in Wham. I loved him when he was solo. I think, I do miss his aura around because he was a good dude. And he made great music.
Phenomenal artist too.
Yeah, like I Want Your Sex is one of my favorite songs. I love the beat. I love the melody. I love everything about that shit.
Yeah, I don't even know if I could pick one that's my favorite. I mean, I really love Faith. One More Try is probably definitely up there for me. But oh man, it's too many because even the hits with Wham are too good. And I never knew that until later that he actually wrote and produced some of those. I mean, he was already in the bag at such an early age, but I think Father Figure is good. I mean, that's a good one, man. But George Michael, he killed it with the Faith album. I'm sure everybody knows about the Faith album, but George Michael, man, gotta give props to him, man. Fantastic George Michael. Another group that really killed it in 1988 that rose to stardom, Guns N' Roses. Rose to stardom in 1988. Now, granted, they were out before 1988, but 1988 was really their year where they took off because of the album Appetite for Destruction, with hits like, of course, we all know Welcome to the Jungle, Paradise City, and Sweet Child of Mine. I don't really have to say anything else, but Guns N' Roses was everywhere, especially in 1988. And who doesn't know Welcome to the Jungle? I think that's one of their best songs.
Yeah,
and then on the end of the
channel.
Yeah, we got that on the channel. Check that out. And then Sweet Child of Mine is the opposite end, but a really good record too. What are your thoughts about Guns N' Roses, Phoenix?
Yeah, I mean,
Welcome
they actually made they made it across my street back in the 80s. You know what I'm saying? Oh, yeah. Like I said, I always say, I was a child, Casey Kasem Top 40, so I knew all the pop stuff. I didn't know too much rock, but I did know Guns N' Roses. I did know Axl Rose. I did know Slash. You know what I'm saying? So I knew them. And they make good music. I love their music.
Yeah.
To this day, I still love it. That came out in 88?
No, they actually came out before 88, but this is their rise to stardom. This is where they hit like the crossover, like people in pop, like, okay, Guns N' Roses, and Welcome to the Jungle was really that first one that's like, okay, this song is hot, you know, because it was like in your face. And even Axl Rose, you know, when Axl Rose is singing, can't nobody sing or sound like Axl Rose. So, you know, got to give it up for that. But you know what we got to give it up to? My man that we never going to give it up to, my name, Rick Astley. I want to make sure I'm saying that right. Astley. So look, Never Gonna Give You Up is the first single from the debut album and became a worldwide hit, topping the charts in 25 different countries. This music video for this song surged in popularity. If you guys don't know, in 2007, due to this bait and switch thing on YouTube called the Rick Roll. But we'll get past that though. But the Rick Roll was a big thing in 2007 when the internet was really starting to go fire. But I love this song, man. Rick Astley, Never Gonna Give You Up. Man, this song is fire, yo. Fire.
Yeah. I think like the internet does do some good stuff every once in a while, yo. So they put this song back into the to the ether for the young folks. You know what I'm saying?
They did.
I love this video because he's just doing this little dance the whole video. Like them.
But
it's such a good song. It's a catchy song. It's a fun song. I mean, I loved it, man. Damn, this came out 88. 88 got some shit, yo.
Yeah, it came out in 88, man. And Ozzy Bloke Craig. Yes, Never Gonna Give You Up, man. This is the hit. I mean, I gotta give it up. For him to top the charts in the top 5 or above in 25 countries, this song is just too damn good, man. Too damn good. Yeah. Before I go on to another one, Angel said Naughty Girls Need Love Too by Samantha Fox.
Got that on the channel.
Got that on the channel.
It was funny because I think that was the first time y'all ever seen.
That was the first time I ever seen Samantha Fox or heard the song. Yeah.
So my daughter, you know, my daughter's an old soul. She loves her 80s and 90s music. She's 21, but she's like, I asked her what, because she always said, Dad, you should react to this. Dad, you should do that. So I was like, you know what? Give me a song right now. We'll react to it. She said, Samantha Fox, Naughty Girls Need Love Too. We did it, and it was a good song. Seeing Full Force is Samantha Fox.
Yeah, it was a good song. It was a good song. Kind of weird,
yo, but it was still good.
Yeah,
but let me throw something at you, Corey.
Yeah, man.
One of my favorite albums of all time. It stays on my streaming service.
Okay.
Indie Heartbreak came out in 1988.
Bruh.
New Edition. Indie Heartbreak came out in 1988. Bobby Brown, Don't Be Cruel came out in 1988. Right, let's go back to Indie Heartbreak real quick. I got the track listing up. So That's the Way We Living. First intro song on it.
Yes, great song.
Where It All Started. This is good. But
great
if
song.
It Isn't Love, Indie Heartbreak, she got to go. Going on. Talk about the box, right? Yeah. Crucial.
I love that. Crucial. Love it. If your love should be so crucial. Yeah, man. That's shit.
Dog. Sorry You're Not My Kind of Girl might be the sleeper song on this album.
I absolutely agree. I love that song when I first had that album, but they never put that single out. That is
they got a video for it. You never seen this video?
I take that back. that came at the tail end of all the other songs on the album.
Yes,
like after
it
Can
did.
You Stand, it was one of the last songs that he put out on a single. But that song,
that might be
my
favorite album on the album. Can You Stand the Rain, of
too.
course. That's Can You Stand the Rain is such a great song.
It really is. It really
such a great song. And then you got Competition, and then you got I'm Coming Home to You.
Oh, I'm coming home to you. I know about that.
Dog,
you know another sleeper song is You're About to Say, Boys to Men, sung by Johnny Gill.
Yeah, and the story behind that is Johnny Gill was pissed with everybody at the label and New Edition because he didn't want to do the song. They thought he was setting them up. So he said, you know what? I'm gonna go in here and murder it.
Yeah, and he did. He killed that shit, yo. That's one of my favorite songs on the album, next to Sorry You're Not My Kind of Girl. And I love Sorry You're Not My Kind of Girl because that's the first song on side 2. So when I flipped that cassette tape on side 2, that sorry, oh, come on, man. Who don't?
Yeah.
Oh, look,
shout
wait
out to
a minute.
Ollie, yo. Ollie Jordan. Oh, he out there.
Look out, yo. Shout out to Ollie, man. Shout out. That's what's up, man. That's what's up.
Yeah. Safe travels, yo.
Yeah, man. Safe travels.
And then, you know, Don't Be Cruel came out. Don't Be Cruel is a classic album, yo.
My Prerogative from that album.
Hold on,
of course, Don't Be Cruel. Tenderoni.
Yes.
Tenderoni is a great record. My Prerogative is definitely one of the best songs on there. That's produced by Teddy Riley. Then you have Every Little Step. Great record. That's probably one of the best records on there. Every Little Step. The remix is really good too.
Yep.
Rock with You.
So I got Don't Be Cruel, My Prerogative, Roni. Truth about Roni.
She's a sweet little girl. Yeah, don't get me singing out here.
Rock Richard, Every Little Step. I'll Be Good to You. Take It Slow. Let's take it slow.
Ooh, that was the joint. Yeah.
This is, you know what? It's kind of, there's not too many albums nowadays that you can listen to front to back. I don't know if as a culture as an industry, they don't put albums that you can listen to from front to back.
Yeah,
it's not there no more. Everything is a single. I don't know the last album that I've listened to front to back that's within the past 5-10 years.
Good. You make a really good point. I think the last album that I'm going to be honest that I listened to from front to back was Usher, Confessions. That was probably the last one.
That was like 03.
Yeah.
Like that,
I think that's the last one that like an album that I got that I listened to it because there's a lot of shit on Confessions, yo. Like Burn, too many songs, but I think Confessions is my last one. Not unless there's another album that came out that I'm totally unaware of, but I think that's my last one is Confessions for real.
Yeah. So I'm gonna ask you a question before we jump on. If you can take, I'm gonna give you two choices, and you can have other ones, but the two that come to the top of your head, what two albums would you take on an island with you right now that you listen to front to back? It ain't gotta be. These are the only first two that pop into your head.
Oh, okay. Okay, first two that popped in my head. I mean, of course, we were just talking about New Edition, so I would take New Edition, Any Heartbreak, and I would take Confessions. I really like the Confessions album. Now, if they're two hip hop albums, then I would take Wu-Tang Clan 36 Chambers, and I would take I was going to say Big Pun, Capital Punishment, but I might take Midnight Marauders from Tribe Called Quest. Yeah, I might take that. Yeah, I might take that one.
So two R&B albums I'll take Mary J. Blige's My Life. That's like my favorite album.
Damn it.
That's my favorite album of all time. Like any record played, that's why. I mean, it just, even though I'm not a woman, I don't have a uterus, I have none of that. This album is probably my favorite album of all time.
And I take mine back.
I mean, Mary did something, man. I don't know why.
Yeah.
But,
you ain't lying, bro.
And then the second one will probably be Any Heartbreak, because I know that song front to back. Hip hop albums, I would say hip hop / rock. I always say In Search Of by N.W.A. Anybody listening, if you don't know, I'm gonna tell you now. Within this week, if you get a chance, listen to In Search Of by Pharrell, Chad Hugo, and Shay. N.W.A. This is Pharrell's first album. It's so classic. It gives you rock, hip hop, R&B, everything you can. But second album I would take hip hop would probably be It Was Written by Nas.
I knew you was gonna say Nas. I knew you was gonna say It Was Written is a good album. I'm not gonna lie. It was written. Great album, man.
Yeah, I'm sitting here looking in the chat, man. There's a lot of people got their own albums in here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Simply Irresistible. But I think that's Robert Palmer. I think that's his name.
No, it might be
is it Robert Plant? Because I'm thinking she's so fine. There's no telling where my money went. You know, where all the models were in the video just doing this the whole time.
It's Robert Palmer. Simply Irresistible.
Palmer. Okay, yeah, good song, man. Chicago Cubs. Yeah, good song. But there's some good albums in here. I don't know if they came out in '88, but so Valerie says she would take Miss Yo, that's a good one. Man.
So Valerie, that's a good call because I put in the group chat, in our group chat. There was something that said Miseducation of Lauryn Hill is a fine piece of work, but we can't elevate Lauryn Hill to GOAT status because that's the only album she dropped. Even though it won 7, 8 Grammys or something like that.
Yeah,
this will be on a reserve because this is a great album, yo. That's a great album, yo.
Yeah. What about this song? This came out in 1988. Completely forgot. I'll Be Sure, Night and Day. That's a great song, yo.
Dog.
Let me tell me about you. No. Yo. That dude in the video.
Arsenio Hall had a great line. He said, I'll Be Sure is a backup singer who got a deal. Like he can't sing, but his songs were good though. Like in Effect Mode, the name of the album. Came out in '88, Night and Day.
Ooh, love is so good. I remember that. Yep.
Rescue Me. Do you want to?
Yeah, that's a good one.
And Off on Your Own. You want to?
And Off on Your Own. Yeah, want to get off on your own, girl.
I will say this. So a lot of people in the chat right now, y'all probably saw Simply Red. If you don't know me by now, you dropped the channel. It was a nice rendition, a nice cover. It was a great song. I'll Be Sure did a cover on his album too. He did Killing Me Softly.
Yeah.
By Roberta Flack.
Yeah.
It's the worst cover in the history of covers.
Garbage.
Like, look, I'm about to put my Alia hat on you. I'm about to be the hater tonight.
Yeah.
That song
is terrible.
It's Charles Barkley's terrible.
Yeah, it's terrible, man. It's terrible. They're terrible out here. It's terrible.
It sucks, yo.
It's a bad album. And I don't even know why he even attempted to even do it. I mean, Killing Me Softly by Roberta Flack, I don't even understand. Yo, I did not know this came out. Or would you take this album, Jabbar? Did Kid and Play come out in 1988? I'm not sure, but my favorite Kid and Play song is Rollin' Kid and Play. That's what I will say. Rollin' Kid and Play is my favorite song. I don't know if it came out in 1988, but that was my shit because he had a little go-go swing in it, man. Come on, Rollin' Kid and Play was good. The way they were bouncing off each other verses.
Yeah, it came out 88.
Yeah. Came out 88.
And that's the first song on the album, Rolling with Kid and Play. I'm a DC dude, so if they got go-go in it, I'm gonna listen to it all day.
Yeah, that was a great song. Great song, man. Well, you guys are giving us a whole lot. I am going to give you guys one particular song. It did come out in 1988. It did come out in 1988. And you might not know who this guy is, but you probably do know the song. The song is called Don't Worry, Be Happy by Bobby McFerrin. So the reason why I put this song up is something to highlight it because it was the first a cappella song to reach #1 on the Billboard Hot 100 charts, a position that it held for 2 weeks. And if you don't know, all the instruments are entirely his voice. And at the 1989 Grammys, Don't Worry, Be Happy actually won an award for Song of the Year. So I gotta highlight this, because this is a first. I do remember this song. I thought it was a cool song when I was a kid growing up. Could I listen to it now? Maybe, maybe. Phoenix, what are your thoughts about this song?
So I was scrolling on Instagram and I got an idea for a show that what I bring to you. But the most irritating songs of all time.
Yes.
But when I looked up like the Billboard Top 100 for 1988, this was number one actually.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It topped everything. Yeah. It's a good song. I mean, like when you hear it the first 1,000 times, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
Everybody knows it, the song and all that stuff, but this song is mad irritating.
Yeah, I think Zozo Bob would agree with you, saying it's so corny. It doesn't have that it doesn't have that evergreen ability to listen to it years and years down the line. It's perfect for the moment it came out, and that's it. I don't think I could listen to this song now and be like, yo, that song is great. If I listen to it now, I'll be like, I don't know. But can I give this guy his flowers for coming up with something new, ingenious? Like, I'm going to create a song that's a cappella, but it's going to be all me, my voice, my words. I thought it was an ingenious idea, man. So, so that's why I gotta highlight this,
Yeah, I agree, man. But it still could be corny,
It definitely gonna put it at the top of the charts as a one-hit wonder and probably one of the corniest songs to listen to now. But this guy I will right say, here,
Bobby McFerrin did the theme song to the Cosby Show.
He did. Yeah, one of the theme songs for one of the years. Yeah, that's right. He did
for 4 years. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, because that thing. Yeah, that's right. I forgot about that. Well, if you don't know who this guy is, somebody did put it in the chat that, and you're right. A lot of people thought this guy was going to be the next Prince. Terence Trent D.R.B. rose to popularity in 1988 with hits like "If You Let Me Stay," "Sign Your Name," "Dance Little Sister," but
across my heart.
I want you to be my, and Wishing Well is really the hit. Yeah, Wishing Well is the one. That's the one that everybody knows about. Wishing Well. I didn't hate Terence Trent D'Arby, but when I looked at his video, because we did do a reaction to it on the channel, I hadn't listened to this guy's song in almost like 25, 30 years. I could see why a lot of people was thinking he was going to be the next Prince.
Yeah,
he just didn't have the Prince factor though, other than just the look and the way he sings. But Prince is just a genius. Yeah. But this song was a great album, though. Great album. What are your thoughts? I know you're a big fan of Terence.
Yeah, man, because I remember me and my sister watched this video a million times. We were staying in Germany, and my grandmother would send, like, she would record stuff and send it to us. This is back in like 88. So so me and my sister would watch this video a million times. Like, we watched like episodes of Golden Girls. Like, that's how I fell in love with Golden Girls. But this song right here, his voice is so distinctive.
It is.
It's like a gravelly, like, I don't know who sounds like him. He has his own little sound to him. And this song is a banger. Super banger. I love his music. I mean, Sign Your Name Across My Heart is probably one of the best songs that I don't understand why he doesn't get as much love as he should now. And when I say that, we love him because we grew up on his nostalgic. But he was so good. Like, I don't for a small period of time, but
it's for still tours and
all that stuff. But,
I think that's probably why he doesn't get as much love as you would think he should, because it's just a small window of time of like 2 years of these songs coming out. Like, I think that's really it. It's funny. Chicago Cubs said Cat looks like Milli Vanilli. Yeah, he was Milli Vanilli before Milli Vanilli, yo, for real. Which I'm not gonna front. I was a big fan of Milli Vanilli. I still do like their songs. I'm not gonna lie. But
hold that thought. That's 1989.
I know. It's coming.
We're gonna get to that.
But I'm in love, girl.
But yeah, because he had to. I mean, I ain't never seen a Bama with box braids, yo. And that's what, you know what I'm saying.
That's true.
Yeah, but I I gotta get some love out to Jabbar real quick, yo, because I can't. I got a story behind this. Straight Outta Compton.
We get into that, Jabbar. But go ahead.
Yeah. So my mama on the stream.
No.
So,
go ahead. Put it up.
I said my mama's on the stream, so she probably never knew this story, but this is how I knew N.W.A. So my dad had the tape, and I didn't know what N.W.A. was. I had a Walkman, and I guess somebody gave it to my dad because my dad my dad was born in the 50s, so he was on he grew up in this his formative years in the 60s and 70s, so he was into that. You know what I'm saying? I never known my dad to be into hip hop like that.
Right.
Because it was still because he was born before hip hop elevated. So this N.W.A. tape, I just throw it in my Walkman.
Oh wow!
Listening to it. This is the first time I ever heard cursing in rap. Because in the 80s, it might be like, I ain't gonna say curse, you might hear a word here or there. But this was just like straight out of Compton, crazy mother named Ice Cube with a group of scout niggas with attitude. Dog. I heard that, John. I was like, what the hell is this? I was like, and I don't even know if my dad even knew I took the tape or not. But I listened to that thing over and over and over again, yo.
I mean, you couldn't help it. They were, I mean, I can only imagine at this time, you're still young, going through your formative years, and you're hearing a record like that, straight out of Compton. That's, I can imagine that being something.
But I'm gonna tell you, I'm about to get on my little soapbox real quick. But the effed up part about it is, I go through the comments and stuff like that through our channel, just to see what people are talking about, suggestions. If somebody has a witty comment, I may say top tier comment. Thanks, or the people say I'm subscribing. Thanks for joining the channel, all that stuff. But there's so many comments. But I will take exception with people who think this is hip hop all the time. Like when people I had to go back at a dude today in the comments because he was like, because we said something bad about Skid Row because we didn't like the Skid Row song. I Remember You, because we called it cookie cutter or whatever. But what people don't realize is we don't have to like everything. You don't have to like everything either. Like just because we didn't like this song, we're not dissing a whole genre of music.
Yeah.
So, some people get the low hanging fruit saying rap sound alike, or talking about killing and calling girls bees and hoes and all that stuff. It's not that. This right here, this was a pivot in rap because you got two albums up here right now. That's total opposites of the spectrum when it comes to music.
Absolutely.
Straight Outta Compton. Yeah, he's a DJ. I'm the rapper. It's too, and so I kind of went back to him. I was like, that's low hanging fruit. You can't. That's like me saying all rock sound the same, all country sound the same. There's there's levels to every music. I mean, there's some like death metal that people don't like, but they like Guns N' Roses. You know what I'm saying? It's a whole spectrum of music in that genre. So I had to get it off my chest, but it's amazing because he's the DJ on the rapper is probably on my honorable mention list about taking on an island with me.
This honestly,
is a album.
It's a great album.
It's a dope album.
Yeah. And the reason why I have these two up here is for exactly what you were talking about, Phoenix. It's hip hop, but hip hop is not one color, which in this particular situation is on the opposite side of the spectrum with N.W.A. And then on the other side of the spectrum, you got Fresh Prince with He's the DJ, I'm the Rapper doing Parents Just Don't Understand. But both of these songs were major forces in the music industry in 1988. They were huge. I mean, N.W.A. really blew up on the scene back in the day, the gangster rap and all that, which I hate to call it gangster rap, but that's just how they deemed it at the time. And you got Fresh Prince on a totally opposite end, but both of these were powerful force in 1988. And I gotta admit, I never listened to N.W.A. I knew of them because they were just really big. My parents just would not give me the album, but I had He's the DJ, I'm the Rapper from the Fresh Prince, and I might take mine back. I think
Corey,
this album on the island with me for real. This is a great album. This is a great. I'm sorry, I froze. My bad.
No, you good.
This is a great album. He's a DJ. I'm the Rapper.
Yeah, I agree. But, I think Will Smith is a genius when it comes storytelling.
Absolutely.
Like if you never seen Parents Just Don't Understand, we have it on the channel. It's an immaculate song. a funny video, and this catapulted him to the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Yeah, absolutely. You can already see in this video, if you haven't seen the video, like his acting in this video is already there. It's already there. So it really, really was great to see that. And shout out to N.W.A. for just.
But you say actors, you got goddamn Ice Cube right here,
that's true.
Who was hateful as they come when it came. He hated everything. Then he turned around and now he did. Are you there yet? Are we here yet?
Yeah.
Kids
he wrote Friday. He's given us some great stuff, you know.
Yeah.
So you know, shout out to Ice Cube, man. And yeah, he's one of the main guys in N.W.A. Another thing came out in 1988 that we got to talk about. Since we are talking about hip hop, I got to bring this to the forefront. Yo, MTV Raps came out in 1988, premiered August 6th, 1988 on MTV. If you don't know what Yo MTV Raps is, it's a show about rap videos, interviews with hip hop artists, and live in studio performances. Now, this show was originally hosted by this guy right here, Fab Five Freddy, but then it's wound up switching to Dr. Dre and Ed Lover, the other two on the other side. Now, I will say, and I had to look this up, the pilot episode was one of the highest rated programs ever to air on MTV at that point, with only the MTV Video Music Awards and Live Aid receiving greater ratings. This show ran until 1995, but the ratings did start to dip a little bit in 1992, and really it started to dip in 1992 because BET came out with Rap City. So you know, but what are your thoughts? Do you remember Yo MTV Raps? I'm sure. Did you get a chance to watch it?
The best part of Yo MTV Raps was like seeing Fab Five Freddy, Dr. Dre, and Lover interview like artists. You know what I'm saying? It was they gave them a platform to talk about their artistry. That normally they went to their hood, their crib, or whatever, their city. And then Dr. Dre and Lover had the studio. You got it up.
Yeah.
Everybody came and blessed it. You got House of Pain, you got Queen Latifah, you got Salt and Pepper, you got Tupac. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean everybody.
Yes. It's a platform because hip hop was taking off. I mean, and I love how music is today. Like if you look at the Billboard chart now,
right,
it's a mixture of everybody. It's like how it's a representative of our country. Like you have all genres of music making good music. And I think MTV, when it was playing music and videos and interviews and stuff like that, they did the right thing from not playing videos early on to having an actual TV show that helped uplift the culture and the TV station, the TV channel. So, but I got a question though. Were you more of a fan of Rap City or MTV Raps?
I will be honest. I didn't get cable until a lot later. So by the time that I got cable, Yo MTV Raps was kind of falling off. So I was an immediate fan of Rap City. Me personally, I just like Rap City. And Jabbar, you are right. Rap City did come out earlier, but Rap City really started to find more footing kind of around that time period of 92, where it really started to, because I had to look it up. Why was Rap City starting to pull ratings away? But what it was is that have you
seen the Rap City documentary on BET yet?
No, I haven't. Give me some tip there. What they say?
They broke down the history of Rap City. They show they interview Joe Clair, Chris Thomas, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I remember Chris Thomas.
City, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, Prince Dejour. They had a whole bunch of people. And just talking about the evolution of Rap City and how grimy it was at the beginning. They have a budget.
Yeah,
Tigger the Basement eventually, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Big Les hosted her and Joe Clair, you know what I'm saying? But I just think I used to love the Rap City Countdown. You know what I'm saying? They had, like every Friday they did the top 10 videos. But this is when 88 is when all this music, I'm starting to remember everything from, like I said, Casey Kasem Baby. So you hear all the pop.
That's right. Casey Kasem with the top 40.
Rock. All that stuff started to come together and it started making a generation. Like Generation X was hip hop, R&B, rock, pop, all those things. You know what I'm saying? So yeah,
I agree. Everything was starting to really come together, man, at that time. So shout out to And look, we're just tipping the iceberg on the music and the things that happened in 88. We got some more. I'm going to kind of skim over two things that came out on television in 88. There's a lot of other things, but I'm really only going to skim over a couple of things. Y'all all know the Wonder Years. The Wonder Years came out in 1988. It premiered. Great show. Was out for many years. I really did love the Wonder Years. Basically, this show is about a family taking it back, man, to the nostalgia of growing up in the 60s and early 70s. It was a great movie, man. Fred Savage was fantastic. Of course, they had to do a spinoff later down the line with Boy Meets World with his younger brother. But Wonder Years is where it's at, man. Cannot deny the Wonder Years. I will go on to another thing, and then we'll talk about them both. The California Raisins came out in 1988. I'm just going to leave it like that. But this commercial ran like crazy in 1988. It was called Sun-Made Raisins. So Sun-Made Raisins came out with this whole idea of the California Raisins. And next thing you know, this commercial takes off and it's freaking everywhere. But I will tell you this. I still had no desire to eat raisins, even after eating that. None.
Heard it through the grapevine. Yeah, I remember that, yo.
Yeah. So let's go back real quick. Finish your thoughts on the Wonder Years and California Raisins.
So Wonder Years has one of the best theme songs, sung by Joe Crocker. What would you do?
What would you do?
Out of tune.
Yes.
Would you stand up and walk out on me?
It does.
Lend me your ear while I play your song.
Yeah.
And I'll try not to sing out of key. Oh, baby, now have a little help from my friend. Yeah, dog.
Love that. Yes.
It's Joe Crocker. I mean, if you've never heard any of his music, you definitely need to go back and listen to him. He's an icon. Yeah. R.I.P. to him. But everybody was in love with Winnie, yo. That's that's the Wonder Years, yo. Everybody was in love with her, yo. But the thing about it is, she fell out of acting, but now she's all over like the Hallmark Channel or some shit. You know what I'm saying?
Dude, isn't she? Every time I turn on the Hallmark Channel, I see Winnie. Every time. She's all over the Hallmark Channel. Yes, absolutely.
Man, you're gonna find a niche. If you get on the Hallmark Channel, you're gonna be in every movie, yo. Like I seen her, she was like a maid. It was kind of like what's the Sound of Music type shit. Where she went over there to take care of some kids because the mama died and he was like a king or some shit. And then,
and I seen her like on 3 Christmas movies around the holiday. I was like, damn, she everywhere.
Yeah.
Anything on the California Raisins before we move on?
I remember this was some bullshit, yo.
Yeah. They were basically the Four Tops in the
great marketing though. Like they heard it through the grapevine, yo.
Yeah, great marketing. Can't deny that, man. Can't deny that. So going into technology / video games, the release of the Sega Genesis came out in 1988. Of course, at this time, Nintendo is the shit, but the Sega Genesis came out with a 16-bit home video console to kind of go against Nintendo's 8-bit console, and it did well. Still, Nintendo was the top one, but a lot of people was really feeling Nintendo, and of course, Nintendo still was kicking it out because they had 2 really phenomenal games that came out in 1988 with Super Mario Brothers 2 and Mega Man 2. I know you played these games, Phoenix. I don't know if you had a Sega Genesis though, but Super Mario 2 was a great game, and I think you're a big fan of Mega Man. Am I right?
Oh yeah, Mega Man is one of my favorite games, yo. Love it. Super Mario 2, I love that. I think that's right behind Super Mario 3 is one of my favorites. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Super Mario 3 is my favorite. Yeah.
I was John spoiled growing up, man. I had a Nintendo and a Sega Genesis, yo.
You had you had both of them.
I had both, yo. Man. I had a loving family, yo.
Come on, yo.
I'm the oldest grandchild, yo, and anybody else have kids at the time. Well, my uncle had kids, but like me and my sister, yo, I had Sonic.
Did you have Sonic on it? Damn, man. Altered Beast or whatever else was on there?
Altered Beast. I had Columns. Wow. That's like a Tetris game. Okay, I had everything on that joint. You know what I'm saying?
Man, so you was one of the few people in the neighborhood that had a damn Sega Genesis and a Nintendo. Damn, dude.
Yeah.
I can't knock that.
I was a kept kid, yo. Parents took care of me, yo.
Yeah. Mega Man 2, I really love, man. I love that game. I think this is the game you were talking about. Like, you got to be real specific on who you defeat in order to beat the next one.
Yeah, because you got to get the powers of the person you defeat and that power might work on the next villain, but it don't work on all villains. So yeah, you had to figure that shit out.
Yeah. Well, one power that somebody tried to use that did not go in their favor. This guy right here. You guys may not remember.
88 Olympics, man. Yeah.
The 88 Olympics. My man Ben Johnson used some enhancement drugs power, but look, you got to give it up. The dude ran a hell out of the 100 meter in the 1988 Olympics, beat the world record, setting a time of 9.79 seconds. But of course, we find out that this man took some performance enhancement drugs and they stripped the gold medal away. So he tried to take some power, but they took that shit right from him. But when I watched this race, he had like 4 legs on everybody, even Carl Lewis. I mean, he burnt everybody, but of course, because he was taking performance enhancement drugs. I'm sure you remember Ben Johnson.
Oh yeah, yo. It's only cheating if you get caught, man.
You know that's true. You only that's right.
You only cheat. It's only cheating when you get caught, yo. But no, I remember 88 Olympics, yo. I think that was the year. I think we lost in the Olympics in 88 in basketball. I remember.
Probably, I think so, and that's why they decided to do the 92 Olympics with the Dream Team. That is correct. Yeah. Because they were like, we ain't losing no more. That's correct.
Yeah. I would definitely remember Ben Johnson and Carl Lewis. This was a big story. This was in Seoul. I remember Roy Jones got robbed in the Olympics in 88.
That's right. I forgot. Yeah. He talks about that too. That's right. I completely forgot about Roy Jones in the 88 Olympics. That's a good pull, Phoenix. Yeah, this was definitely a controversial year of quite a few things for the U.S. and other things too, because he was from Canada. But
he was Canadian.
Yeah, he was Canadian. But man, damn, Ben Johnson. And the thing about it is, after he got caught, which was funny, the next year he tried to come back. Of course, he passed all the tests. This dude couldn't even get in the top 6. He was done. He was garbage the following year. So clearly you could tell he was using performance enhancement drugs. So my bad. Ben Johnson's in and out.
Yeah. Carl Lewis ended up getting the gold medal. So he got the gold medal in 84 and 88. So.
Yeah. So we're going to go to our segment that we know a lot of you guys out there love. So Karen told us we got to do the hunks. So I got the hunks, but I got the babes of 1978 as well. I'm sorry, 1988. So let's go. The babes of 1988. Samantha Fox. We just talked about Samantha Fox because of her song she was the hot person. Cindy Crawford, because at this time, Cindy Crawford is like one of the top supermodels. Paula Abdul, she had dropped her album Forever Your Girl. We forgot about that. Forever Your Girl came out in 1988. Damn, a lot of good stuff. If you don't know who this is Ella McPherson. She was she was on a lot of Sports Illustrated covers. I think she made the Sports Illustrated covers a lot, probably next to Kathy. I think that's her name, the green-eyed girl, or Kathy, whatever her name is. But Kathy, I think Kathy Ireland or something. I think that's her name. But yeah, these are the ladies of 1988. So let's go to the hunks of 1988. And here we go, man. Here we go. Eddie Murphy. This guy was on top of the world pretty much at this point. George Michael, because he dropped the album Faith. Kevin Costner is one of the hunks of 1988. There's this particular movie. God, I can't remember the name. I forgot to put that note down. But he was one of the sought-after hunks of 1988. And we were just talking about this, man, the king of R&B, which he calls himself, but Mr. B. Brown himself, Bobby Brown, was also one of the hunks of 1988, man. So there you go, man. So, looking at this list, Phoenix, man, what are your thoughts on the ladies? You don't have to talk about the men, but what are your thoughts on the ladies?
I'll talk about the men too, yo, because like women want to be with them, we want to be like them, yo. So I would say this. So Cindy Crawford had every girl in school putting a damn mole on their face, yo, with a pencil. This shit was crazy. I'm saying walk around black, white, Asian, it didn't matter. Everybody wanted that Cindy Crawford mole on her face, yo. I ain't gonna lie, yo. I was kind of had a crush on Paula Abdul at that time, yo.
Yeah, man. Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But,
Paula Abdul
I know all these women right here, but I also had a crush on Alicia Bonet and Jasmine Guy because the Different World was on too. You know what I'm saying?
That's true. That's right. Yeah.
But,
yeah.
What you think?
I think this is a great list, man. I mean, Samantha Fox, I did not know anything about her until we did the reaction this year. So yeah, I think she definitely on this list. I mean, Cindy Crawford. I mean, damn, it's Cindy Crawford. I mean, she's a gorgeous woman. I was big on Paula Abdul too. I mean, it was right there. Paula Janet, you know, but when she came out with that album, Forever Your Girl, I mean, Paula Abdul is bad. She is bad. And I do remember her. I didn't, Ella McPherson, I didn't know her name, but I clearly remember, you know, what she looked like. So yeah, this is a good list. I mean, I had a personal favorites. Like you said, Different World was out. So I was really big on Freddie at that time. I had a huge crush on Freddie.
Yeah, Cree Summers.
But yeah, Cree Summers. But yeah, this list, I'm feeling this list, man.
I do have to ask somebody because I put her in the thumbnail and I cannot because Vanessa Williams was super bad.
Dang, you are right.
Vanessa Williams was super bad back then, yo.
She was. I don't know if she had won the Miss America back at that time, but either way, she was bad. She was bad, yo. Yeah, she was bad. Let's go to the fellas, man. I'll start off with the fellas. Look, I mean, Eddie Murphy is the king of the 80s, really. He's at the top of the chart. So eventually he was going to be, you know, one of the top guys. And, you know, he's Prince Hakeem. So, you know, I mean, yeah, Eddie Murphy, he's a cool dude, funny. He's doing his thing. George Michael, what else can I say, man? The guy got everything. Got the hair flowing, the sunglasses on, the album, the chest hair, the perfectly fine chiseled, you know, hairdo. Yo, George Michael he's killing it right now. So shout out to George Michael. Kevin Costner. I mean, look, the ladies love him, man. The ladies love him, and they really love him in Bodyguard, which that film comes later. And everybody liked the bad boy R&B. I mean, girls was feeling Bob at this time. The girls was feeling Bobby B at this time, and you know, I ain't gonna front.
He was feeling himself too.
He was the shit, yo. Bob was the shit. I ain't gonna front. I like Bob. I had his album. I was trying to dance like him too. So yeah, I can't front, man. This was a good list here, and the girls is feeling it too. You know, George Michael. We got some. Shannon said she had a huge crush on George Michael back then. Let's see who else. We got Lady Carr said Kevin Costner still gets my vote. Okay, he's aged well. Okay, ain't nothing wrong with that. Let's see, Valerie, Bobby B. Yeah, no doubt. Bobby Brown was yummy back then.
So that's a word for your ass, yo.
Yeah, yummy, yo.
He was yummy.
Okay.
She want to do some things with Bobby Brown, man.
All right, she wanted
the old Bobby Brown. He look like TD Jakes now. But look, I'm gonna throw an honorable mention on here, yo.
All right,
Billy Joel. You know why I said Billy Joel? Because his roster is crazy, yo. It's crazy, yo. He dated Elle McPherson, yo. Billy Joel. Elle McPherson. Wow.
Yeah.
Money,
they were like this.
He was married to Christy Brinkley. Like,
damn.
Yo, shout out to him, yo. His roster was crazy. And if you look at his current wife, it's crazy. Like he has a young wife, but all his roster look like supermodels, yo.
Yeah, he's definitely got a damn. I forgot that he dated Ella McPherson, yo. Man. I completely forgot about that. Yeah.
He had a roster for your ass, yo.
Yeah, he did. He did. So this is the list, but now we're going to go to the part that we guys want you guys out there to pick. So we've done this before, and you guys got to pick them, man. So these are the couples of 1988. So let's go to the first one. Prince Hakeem and Lisa McDowell from Coming to America. We got Dan and Roseanne Connor.
Roseanne came out in 1988.
Yeah, Dan and Roseanne Connor from the show Roseanne. And we got John McClane, and I think her name is Holly Gennaro in the film, but we'll call it John McClane and Miss McClane from the movie Die Hard. So if you had to pick Venus, man, out of these three, which ones are you think you're going to go for, man? I have my vote already. I know who I'm voting for, man. I know who I'm voting for.
Prince Hakeem, yo. And his wife, Miss Prince Hakeem, yo.
Yeah,
it's funny because, like I said, I know we talked about it earlier, but I have to go back to this movie, because this movie was funny. They had some heartfelt scenes in it, like when James Earl Jones came to the McDowell house, and then he was like, "Yo, my son don't want you for real. He just came here to soak his bile oats. He has a wife back in Africa, yo." And she dip and run away, and then James Evans come out and be like, "What you saying about daughter, yo?"
Yeah.
Like, daughter, she's believing, like, "Yo, that's my daughter. I don't care who you are. Nobody come about talking to my daughter like that."
Yeah.
And then he go chases her down and finds her on the subway, give her these earrings. Then he give it to the frog looking lady on the subway.
Oh, Lord.
I'll be your queen.
Yeah, she said, I'll be your prince.
He says, I'll marry you. Yeah. But
no, it's I'll marry you.
It's a good movie, man. I think even like the remake, I know people were on the fence about was it good, was it bad. But I did like how they still up. But they still had the original characters in here, which I like. You know what I'm saying?
My vote is definitely going to get. This is going to be my vote. I mean, and no, nothing on Roseanne, because they came out that year, and Die Hard's a great movie. But this just gets my vote. I got to give it up for Coming to America, Prince Hakeem, and Lisa McDowell. This is a great movie because not only is it funny, like you said, it has a great theme that is all the way through. It's about trying to find love, for somebody to love you for who you are and not what you are. And this guy could have had anything. And he goes after the girl that just wants to love him for him. Yeah. And she wanted to love him even when he was cleaning and sweeping floors at McDowell's,
Yeah.
Because one day he was going to be moving on the lettuce.
Throw the cheeks at him. But her sister
she was trying to throw it at him. So I really love this movie, man. It's got too many funny moments. The guys in the barbershop, the soul glow, the beauty contest when Arsenio Hall is the Reverend. There's too many funny parts of this movie. So this gets my vote. So let's go to the chat to see if anybody picked anybody in this. Let's see. Let's go through. So we got a vote for we got Akeem and Lisa. We got McLean. Okay. We got Akeem and Lisa. Okay. All right. Let's go. Okay. We got two. Okay. We're getting that. Okay. All right. So it seems like we're getting a lot of Hakeem and Lisa, Okay. All right. So I think that's what Coming to America. Okay. So I think that's what we're going to go with. Valerie said the couple from Beetlejuice. You know what? They were with each other till death do you part. That's for real.
I can't remember. How did they die in Beetlejuice? I can't remember.
It was a car accident.
That's what it was. It was a car accident.
Yeah, it was a car accident. Yeah, because they thought they survived the crash and they went home.
Yeah, I remember that. Okay.
They went home, and then they got home and they tried to leave the house. It's like, what's going on? So it was. So okay, there we go, man. Hakeem and Lisa McDowell. Gets it, man. Lisa McDowell gets it, yo. Look, this is a great
show. You know she used to be married to Play from Kid and Play?
Get out of here.
Yeah.
Are you?
Dude. She was married to Kid from Play from Kid and Play, yo.
We did get one vote for Roseanne and Dan, though. Ozzy. Okay. All right. That's cool. Yeah. Wow. Yeah, this has been good, man. This has been good, man. Anything about 1988 that you want to talk about before we... Because there's so much.
The chat was moving so fast because I couldn't keep up with it. But I had to go back and look at the movies. I didn't want to leave off any movies or try to get through them. So I'm going through like Cocktail came out with Tom Cruise.
His mama named him Clay. I'm gonna call him Clay. That's it. Mm-hmm. That's right. He Clay to me. I don't care what he changed his name to. One of the best lines in the movie, yo. Yeah, go ahead. That's
a quotable movie, yo. So Cocktail really with Tom Cruise came out.
Cocktail. Okay, that was a good. That's
a Fish Called Wanda. Yeah, he was a bartender. A Fish Called Wanda. I watched it lately. Mm-hmm. It's a really good movie.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong. I think I remember this. Is Jamie Lee Curtis in this?
Yes.
And isn't this like a heist movie of some sort? Okay. I do remember that. Okay.
Heist.
Yeah. Okay.
Willow came out in 88.
Willow?
I thought it came out earlier than that, but it was 88.
So too. Oh my gosh, Willow. Okay, that was huge. That was huge.
Yeah.
With Mad Mardigan. I mean, Val Kilmer was playing the guy. Yeah. Wow.
So
I forgot about Willow.
What'd you think about the remake of it that came out?
I didn't like it so much.
Yeah,
I didn't like it so much.
The
guy who played Willow was fine, but I think they lost themselves in the script. They didn't know. I don't know. It really lost me, man. After episode 3, I was like, okay, what the hell is going on? I'm totally confused here. So yeah, it wasn't that good. What did you think about it?
It was whack. I didn't even watch it all. So
it was like, not good. I watched it all, and I'm sorry I did. Yeah, it wasn't good.
Scrooged came out with
Bill Murray.
I love that movie. That's my favorite variation of the Christmas Carol. I love Scrooge.
I think that's a really good variation. Yeah, I love that one. Yeah, I can watch that.
Damn. Rambo 3 came out.
Yeah.
So he had to go save homeboy from the he was like John Rambo was in a monastery, a Buddhist monastery. He had to go.
Yeah, he had to go save the colonel out there somewhere. Yeah. I still like Rambo 1 and 2 better.
Yeah, 1 and 2, 3 suck. Bull Durham came out in '83, the baseball movie with Kevin Costner.
Dude, I never saw Bull Durham.
It's good.
Maybe, but that's why he's on the list.
Susan Sarandon and Kevin Costner, I want to say.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's why he's on the list.
Mm-hmm. Damn. Twins came out with Danny DeVito and Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh my God. This was the pivot of Arnold, wouldn't you say? Going from such a action, Predator, Terminator, Commando, and then he pivots to Twins. I think it was one of the smartest movies he ever did, and he did a great job. His comedic timing in that was fantastic. Yeah. Twins is a good movie. I think it's great.
Evan, it was good. I have to see if it has rewatch value. I haven't seen it in a long time. But
yeah, I don't know if it has rewatch value. The movie that I can watch is Kindergarten Cop. Now I can watch that over and over again. Because by that time he had really found it by the Kindergarten Cop. He was really good in Kindergarten Cop. But
so he was doing kind of like what The Rock did, because The Rock was making them kid-friendly movies. Like, like the Fairy Tooth or whatever. I don't know. Have you ever seen Colors?
I have not. I've only seen bits and pieces of Colors and bits and pieces.
Gotta watch it. Colors,
all the important parts.
Colors is an intense movie, yo.
Yeah, it's a gang movie. Yeah, it's certain movies like that I didn't see at the time. I just was too young, and I never went back and watched them. So, that's just is what it is.
Have you ever seen the Deadpool? Clint Eastwood, Dirty Harry series?
I have not. You know what? Honestly, I have seen not one Dirty Harry movie, not one. But I know the line.
Yeah,
make my day.
Everybody does, though. Well, I want to know in the chat, because I'm gonna keep naming these movies. But do you think the Dirty Harry movies are overrated, I want to know that because I've seen all of them because it's all standard. And every time I look at Dirty Harry, I think about Hollywood Shuffle when they.
Okay, so let me ask you, which do you like better, Dirty Harry or Cobra?
Cobra.
Me too. I like Cobra better.
All day, every day, and twice on Sundays. Cobra.
All day. Cobra is so fucking good.
He was in his
bag. I can watch Cobra. Yes. Cobra is the shit. With Sylvester Stallone. Oh, man. Yes. That's a great movie. I wish they did more of those because I wanted to see a part 2, 3 because he could have kept on going with Cobra. I thought that was a great movie.
Yeah. You got Rain Man. Rain Man came out in 88. Dustin Hoffman and Tom Cruise.
Wow. That's with Dustin Hoffman and Tom Cruise.
Yep.
What did you think about Rain Man?
It was good. I love the movie. I think Dustin Hoffman killed it, yo.
He did.
Playing somebody with autism on the spectrum.
Yeah.
And he was tore up Vegas, yo. He did numbers, yo.
He was counting them cards, yo. He was good. Yeah, he was good. I liked Rain Man. I thought that was a great movie. Yeah, great movie.
Yeah, Ernest Saved Christmas. The Ernest series, yo. I was always on the fence about the Ernest.
Yo, I'm not even gonna lie. I watched those movies and TV series. I think Ernest was like you could get him in doses, but after a while it gets kind of old. Like, I don't know, him playing that character for so long and continually through the movie, you're like, okay, this is getting kind of old with him acting like, ooh, you know, him being that type of character. But you got to admit, when that brother got that role for those Marvel made commercials, he put it down so good that he wound up getting movie roles. So shout out to Ernest, yo. I don't even know the guy's real name. I think everybody just knows him as Ernest.
I just know his faces, y'all. I look at him, he had like the little vest and the hat on.
He had the vest with the hat, and he made them faces about Vern. That was Vern. Vern. Come on, Vern. So that's what I know. Yeah.
Have you ever seen
Aretha hard pass on Ernest? Yeah, straight out. Yeah, I agree.
I'm gonna throw a movie out here. I don't know if anybody's seen this, but it was a good movie. I thought it was. It's a movie called Alien Nation. They actually turned it into a TV show when aliens came to Earth, and they kind of assimilated into culture. So you had, like, the movie follows these cops. One was an alien cop, one was a human cop. It was a good movie. It was a good movie, and it spawned off to like a TV series. It was on TV for a while, and the aliens had like big heads. Like you've had to see the pictures before.
What was it called?
Alien Nation.
Alien Nation. I'm just going to say I didn't have cable. That's my answer for everything when I don't see it. I probably didn't have cable.
Yeah, James
Alien Nation. No, I never saw that. I never saw that. Damn, I wish I did, because I'm big on sci-fi. I love sci-fi.
It's really good. It's really good. Eddie Murphy Raw came out in '88.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Well, it came out December '87, but blew up in '88.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. Well, that's a comedy gold movie. I mean, it's Eddie Murphy. He ruled the '80s. Yeah. He ruled the '80s. I mean, damn. 48 Hours, Beverly Hills Cop, Beverly Hills Cop 2, Coming to America, Raw. I know I'm missing a movie in there. Trading Places. Delirious. The Golden Child. This dude is ruling the 80s here. Damn.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. When he's not making albums and doing Jamaican cover songs, Steven Seagal came out with Above the Law in 1988. Look, I don't like Steven Seagal as a person. I think he's a trash human being, but he made some of the most iconic movies in cinematic history, yo. Love him or hate him, his shit was entertaining, yo.
Hella entertaining. He always talked with the squinty eyes, like, what are you saying? I don't know. He had the same tone in all the movies. What do you mean? I'm just gonna go. I mean, but what was the other movie that it came out? Was it the one with the Jamaican guy? Oh my God.
Mark for Death.
Oh yeah, Mark for Death. So yeah, Above the Law and Mark for Death are definitely my favorite Steven Seagal movies. But he's a shitty person in real life. Yeah, he's super shitty person in real life.
Horrible human being, yo.
Which blows my mind that he wound up marrying the girl from Weird Science.
Yeah, Jeez. Kelly LeBrock, yo. It's crazy. School Days came out in '88.
Bruh.
Big Brother Almighty.
Big Brother G5G.
Yeah. School Days is such a great movie, man.
Giancarlo Esposito is Big Brother Almighty. This is before the guy that we know today.
That's Frank from Breaking Bad.
God, yes.
Yeah, Lawrence Fishburne was in it.
I was a big Larry Fishburne was in it. Tisha Campbell was in it.
Jasmine was in it.
Of course, Spike Lee. Kadeem Hardison is in it.
Kadeem Hardison was in it.
There was a lot of people. I mean, Giancarlo Esposito was in it. I mean, this was long before he was who we know him as today.
Yeah.
I love School Days. One of my favorite movies, man. What about you?
Oh, I loved it. I loved everything about it. I thought it was a smart movie. It touched on like Greek life. It touched on black colleges. Talked about like colorism within the black community.
Yeah, that was another thing it touched about. Yep.
And it goes like, I'm telling you, one of the most cringy parts of it, and it's it's part of life though. Like when I'm
Yeah.
saying like, so when Big Brother Almighty, he was dating Gina from Martin,
Yeah.
and he made her go sleep with Spike Lee.
Yeah. Half
to
pipe.
break him in, half pipe.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
he ain't want her after that. She did it for him because she thought that's what she had to do to please her man.
Yeah.
And he never didn't want it no more. So it's a good movie, man.
Yeah, it's a good movie. It definitely touches on a lot of things about college life, society, and just the colorism within the Black community. So it was great, man. I love that movie. Love the movie.
Yeah. A couple more. Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. I love this movie, yo.
That's with Tom Hanks and Steve Martin.
Yeah.
That movie's funny. I need to go back and watch it. It has been a long time since I've seen that movie. Long time. Damn. Because he winds up running into him by accident, honestly, and they wound up having to be on this trip. And I love that movie.
Automobiles.
Yes. That movie was funny. Yeah, good movie.
Yeah,
wow.
Have you ever seen Hairspray?
I have not. I saw Hairspray when it came out in like the 2000s. Yeah, with the Ricky Lake one. I saw that. So I didn't see this version. I have no idea.
I think that was back in '88.
Yeah. There was one that somebody brought up, Killer Clowns from Outer Space. I've never seen that. This is probably one of those B-rated horror movies, but it probably was really like a guilty pleasure.
It is.
Yeah,
it is. Yeah, '88 had a whole bunch of movies, man. I mean, and they made money.
Yeah.
All the ones I went over tonight, either you know where you were when you watched them, you know the feeling that you had when you watched them.
Yeah.
'88 was loaded. Loaded
it really
with movies,
was.
Man.
You could definitely tell that the media, the culture, they're really firing on all cylinders, because all of this stuff is coming out with '88, not only from the movies but the music too, and TV. I mean, this shit is crazy.
Yeah,
'88 is loaded.
Yeah, then I'm just seeing like different, like Short Circuit 2 came out. I didn't know they had a Short Circuit 2. You know, we already talked about Police Academy 5.
I love Short Circuit. Yeah.
Friday the 13th.
Wow. Which one is that? Like 15 by '88? I forget.
The New Blood.
The New Blood. Oh God. Yeah.
Michael Myers. Halloween 4.
That was probably one of the worst. Was The Curse of Michael Myers? I don't remember.
But Johnny Be Good came out in '88 too.
Oh, with the movie with Robert Downey Jr. Yes.
Yep. And Anthony Michael Hall, the football movie.
Yeah. That came out in '88.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
'88, man, it's got some good movies. It's '88 is loaded with movies. So yeah, clearly you guys have been watching us, and we really thank all you guys for watching us. Please hit the like button right now so we can, go higher up in the rankings, so a lot of people can go on this journey of going back in nostalgia, 1988, because '88 is a really loaded year. So we really
and if you're new to tonight, because we see a couple new people coming in there, go to the channel. We have all different things. If you click on the tabs, you can look at our reactions. If you want to see the previous years we did, click on the live tab. Everything is recorded. Go back and go down memory lane with us right there too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So because all these years, so if you notice, if you're new to it, we do 80, 90, 81, 91, so on and so forth. So we switch to alternate between 80s and 90s, but it's always fun. It takes us down a rabbit hole, and I love the engagement that we have from the chat, yo. Like, I love when they talk to us. I like it when they talk to each other. I like when they throw everything out. It's and when you start talking about nostalgia, yo.
You can't help it, man. You can't help it. It just takes you back down memory lane. I mean, and shout out to there's so many people in here. I mean, we have Pittsburgh, Todd, Kenjo, Karen, Kathy, Urethra, John Horchler, Chicago Cubs, Shannon. I mean, I'm missing a lot of people, but I've seen so much of the
Brian, MCAP. We got a lot of newbies, got some veterans here.
Yeah, I see some Gnostic Meek. We talked about Golden Child, so I want the knife. Please. Gotta love that, man. Brother Noopsy.
Yeah. Love it, man. But it's funny though, man. Like I gotta say, yo, doing the channel, doing the lives, I think the lives as an element to our channel, aside from the reactions and stuff. But it's funny though. I don't know if you've been noticing on the comments, yo. It's we get a lot of love and people are really, 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 really angry when you say stuff bad, say something bad about the nostalgia, yo. Like if you don't feel the same way about their shit, they'll let you have it, yo. But it's I get it because I don't feel the same way. You know what I mean? If somebody shitted on something that I like growing up, you know what I mean? But I think
one thing I like about the community as well is they educate us on a lot of things that we just may not know. Like for instance, I didn't even know this. Karen said the John Waters Hairspray was hilarious and actually the R&B song of the 60s. And Shannon, this is when we were talking about Steven Seagal, like he was married to this weird science lady. So they're always giving us information that we just may or may not know to help fill in the blanks on it. And I love it, man. I love it. I really do love it.
That's part of building a community because people educate us all the time on stuff.
Yeah.
What if they throwing out songs that they grew up on, or we drop, we do that, or we give people songs to listen to. I had somebody DM me about hip hop. They was like, "Yo, I want to get into it. Can you tell me where to start?" So I started giving some artists to listen to.
Wow. Okay.
This is some good stuff. And this is like a 60-year-old white man who never listened to hip hop, but he wanted to learn about it.
Right.
So, it's funny though, man.
I want to read this. Pittsburgh says, fun fact, Kelly DeBrock inspired the song Man Eater by Hall & Oates. Did not know that. Damn. Did not know that.
Why, yo.
That's a great song, but I can see it.
Yeah.
She was the one. Yeah. And for everybody out there, for everybody out there, this is a running joke that happened. So there was probably 4 or 5 shows ago, I was talking about the Foreman Grill, and I was talking about how we can cook some, and I meant to say paninis, but I said we can put on some punanis on the Foreman Grill.
Yes.
So this is a running joke. I totally screwed that up.
Got a song called Strut when he said, "Me want the punani," yo, in a Jamaican accent. Woo.
Yeah, man. So this is good, man. This is good. We really do enjoy everybody. I mean, really do. And to let you guys know, and we're just going to go ahead and tell y'all, we will have a Patreon coming up in the future that will have a lot of exclusive content of getting to see early videos. We're also thinking about some behind the scenes stuff that we do that we're going to show you guys. We're even going to start doing some channel membership on this channel as well, so you guys can get a little more perks, because this community is growing, and we definitely have some people that we would really love you guys to support us and give you some extra things, because we really do love this, and seeing this engagement is freaking awesome. And you guys are awesome, man. Love this. So we really do hope that you guys loved our segment. Once again, I love the 80s. This is 1988. 35 people on right now. Please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel so you can catch the next one. We're on every Wednesday. The only thing else I can say is happy 4th of July. Please be safe out there. Hopefully it's not too hot. Cook some hot dogs or hamburgers on the grill. Do your thing. And anything else before I roll out of here, Phenom?
Nah, man, if you're able to spend time with your family, spend time with your family. If your job is gracious enough to give you July 5th off, take advantage of it. If not, just call in sick the next day. It's like, I'm not coming in on July 5th. But yeah, no, I love everybody out there. I look forward to doing this. We work hard in our regular jobs, and then we get on. Sometimes doing the channel feels like a job, but when we get on, it don't feel like a job no more.
Absolutely, man. Fun, It is.
I will say, going on this musical journey with you, Corey, I mean, we've been friends for it'll be 30 years next year.
Almost 30 years, yeah.
So it'll be 30 years, and it's just like our growth as human beings and friends and brothers and all that stuff, and going through this, expanding our musical palette is so fun, man.
It is, so man. Fun. I mean, I've been friends with you a long time, man. It's been great. I mean, we talking right now just like we talked 30 years ago up in college. You know what I mean? So ain't nothing changed, man. And it's great. And you guys, if y'all join the Patreon, we're going to have a lot of behind the scenes stuff. So you guys can just see all the hijinks we do behind the scenes. But yeah, it's been great, man. I love this, man. I absolutely love it. And I love you guys out there. Every last one of y'all. I can't say it enough. Can't say it enough, man. Thank you. Okay. I have to think of somebody to do an impression. So for folks out there that are new, you know, I will do impressions on here from time to time. I can't think of anybody right now. Normally I'll do like Mike Tyson. I've done Rocky. I've done Macho Man. I've done
you got your Jeff Goldblum is funny.
I'm still working on Jeff Goldblum. I got a little bit of his mannerisms, but
I know one that I don't think people's ever seen you do, but it's spot on. It's funny. When we were reviewing Loki.
Owen Wilson.
Wilson.
Yes. Yes. Oh my
we
God,
couldn't get through the whole episode without Owen Wilson.
Right. I done Owen Wilson. Yes. I completely forgot about that. And you know, honestly, I didn't even know I could do Owen Wilson until I started watching Loki. And I just kept watching him. And I was like, I think I can do Owen Wilson. And I did. It was pretty good. The only thing about it, like right now, I'm trying to think of how I have to see him or hear him for a couple of seconds, maybe like a minute or two to kind of get. But he's there are certain things about Owen Wilson, like wow, you know, he there's certain things that he'll say, but I gotta really listen to Owen Wilson for a second to really do them. But yeah, I do a couple impressions, man. So you guys, I might actually start doing that. I might actually start doing impressions and putting that like special stuff. You know, I might actually start doing impressions and giving people some behind the scenes of that. So
but before I let you go,
this was Macho Man was my favorite. Macho Man, Macho Man. Wait a minute. I got the glasses right here. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Oh yeah, one the Macho Man, yeah, Hulk Hogan, yeah, 360 degrees, yeah, oh yeah.
Dog, I wish I was half as talented as you with the kid impressions.
You know, it started. We're going a little down the line here, but my impression started when I was a kid. I used to watch Looney Tunes with Bugs Bunny, Yosemite Sam, and all those characters. And I remember after watching Looney Tunes for so long, they had this guy come up on the screen that said Mel Blanc. And it had a list of all these people that he was doing on the Looney Tunes. And I was like, he's doing Bugs Bunny, Daffy Duck, Yosemite. He's doing everybody. But I used to mimic them when I was younger just because I really liked the characters. And my favorite one to do was Foghorn Leghorn, of course, Yosemite Sam. I never could get Bugs Bunny. I never really liked doing Porky Pig and Daffy Duck, but those were that's when it started. It started when I was a kid, man. So, and I do DMX too, but DMX is kind of too easy. DMX is too easy.
Everybody, man. But the thing about it is, yo, we got some stuff in the hopper, yo. We got some impressionists. Like I love watching.
They said I'm playing Macho Man or Stevie Wonder.
Just mixing it up, yo.
Oh yeah. The Macho Man, yeah, Hulk Hogan, yeah, yeah.
So I got a question. I'm gonna pivot off these real quick because I've been wanting to talk to you all day about it. And you know, spoiler alert, if we don't gotta get into the spoilers, but is House of the Dragon off the chain or what this season, yo?
You know, I would love to talk about House of Dragons. Honestly, I really would love to talk about House of Dragons. So we can, let's put it out there in the chat right now. Who out here in the chat watches House of Dragons? Because we watch it. and we've been wanting to talk about it, but we don't know
TV,
who. I mean, we don't know who else watches it. So
yeah, I mean, because some people they're either in the Game of Thrones universe or they're not in the Game of Thrones universe, and
yeah,
it's been off the chain.
It has. Okay, so Karen watches House of Dragons. Okay. Let's say who else, man? I mean, because we watch it, it's been so good. Like this last, oh my God, yo!
Yeah,
I mean,
we're not gonna give any spoilers. We're not gonna.
Yeah,
give
if you haven't seen it, then I mean, we hate to spoil it though, but damn, it's really good. Valerie, you've never seen House of Dragons. Have you seen Game of Thrones? Because if you've seen Game of Thrones.
She said she's never seen Game of Thrones either.
Ah, damn it.
And I would say this, though, and it is, I've run across people who haven't get into it. So there's some people that are contrarians. They don't want to watch it because everybody else watched it. You can't do that because this Game of Thrones is one of the best experiences ever made in front of a camera.
I would agree.
As far as TV shows goes and storylines and everything, it's so intricate. The characters. I love watching characters and thinking they're real characters, and they do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I would agree.
Yeah, and she said it's not her type of show. My wife, though, I didn't think that was her type of show, but she watched every goddamn episode.
My wife, and I'm gonna be honest, Valerie, my wife didn't want to watch Game of Thrones because she was like, "I'm not watching that medieval, this dragons and wizards." She was like, "This shit is whack." And I told her, I said, just watch 2 episodes. And I said, I guarantee if you watch the first episode, you're going to want to watch the second episode. Yeah. And that's all she did. She watched the first episode of Game of Thrones and she was hooked. She was hooked. That's how good it is. I can't, now granted, you got to go through 7-8 seasons now, but it's worth it. It's really worth it. It's worth it.
Well, House of Dragons, because my nephew asked me, because he wants to get into it. He said, do I have to watch Game of Thrones to watch House of Dragon? You really don't.
You really don't. You don't.
You can start from House of Dragon and go to Game of Thrones.
Yeah, you don't have to watch Game of Thrones to watch House of Dragons because House of Dragons in a whole nother time period. It's like what, 200 years? Yeah, it's 200 years before Game of Thrones. But it's good. It's really good. It's really good. And I don't want to spoil anything, but yes, House of Dragons is a prequel, Shannon, to Game of Thrones. That is correct. But it's good. It's really good. So it seems that we have more people that don't watch it that actually do watch it, but
they're missing out.
We probably still should talk about it, yo, because the shit is good. Like
I need some therapy. That's why. Because you watching this a lot, yo.
Maybe what we can do, and I don't want to promise it. Maybe what we can do is we can put that like an exclusive thing, for like folks that do watch it to get our take on it, because there's some people that want to get our thoughts. Like, there's people out there that want to see it, So, okay, so Little Fox, she said her husband watches it. Okay, well, you check it out with your husband sometime. He watching it for a reason.
Yeah,
it's good.
But it's one of those things where it's a drama. But I would say this. For those this is why I love Wikipedia at times, right? Because there's such a fandom behind House of Dragons and Game of Thrones, that they'll outline everything for you. They have people on YouTube who will break down every episode. So if you're watching it, you want to know what happens or what happened or explanations, they break it down for you. But you can read along with the episode. You know what I'm saying? To catch up on everything. True. But it's so good. So definitely, that's one of the shows I don't wait to watch. I watch it.
I watch it every Sunday. Yeah,
9 o'clock on Sunday.
I could definitely say that one thing about Game of Thrones that it does so well is written very well. Mm-hmm. The world seems very real. Like it doesn't seem like they're at a fake set. Like everything seems so real, and you get really invested in the characters because the way they're written and their story. It's just really fantastic. So
and that's the thing. I have to have layers. I have to have layers when I watch you. That's
Karen said a lot of medieval punani and there's that happens in there. Yeah.
It's some stuff you're like, Is this really happening? Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot of shock value, but good though. Good.
That Lannister family is
Hey Lisa, how you doing?
Yep.
Lisa said we're great, man. Appreciate that, Lisa, man. We try, man. Look, you guys, I'm gonna give y'all impressions. So there's got about 5 or 6 of them, maybe more, that I'll do, and I'm gonna try to work on them because I actually did Keanu Reeves one time as well. There's a video long time ago that I did when I was first doing reactions on this channel. I did Keanu Reeves. I actually did pretty good.
Yeah.
But anyway, well, let's see, man. I guess we can just call it, man. I guess we could call it a night, you know.
I don't have to work tomorrow. I get to give me a little sippy sip before I go to bed. It's been
a little
fun
nightcap.
Yeah, 88. Well, I would say this: 1998. Corey.
1998 is a banner year.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Well, also, man, we got some content coming. Like, I got some ideas that I think is going to be super engaging. I have one I'm going to talk to Corey offline and pitch it to you. And it's going to be a fun topic because once we get through that, once we finish 99, and we have other topics to everybody, because I love the engagement. I really think people are going to love some of the topics I got in store for us. Yeah.
I had so Chicago was Steven Seagal. I have to look at him again. I gotta catch him again. But there's certain things about Steven Seagal that I do know. Like, I know he squints his eyes and he talks real, you know, he talks real low and real soft. But I gotta watch him again to really get that impression down, though. But yeah. Who was the guy that I did? Oh my God, he's Christopher Walken. That's what I did. I did Christopher Walken too. Yeah, I did Christopher Walken too. Yeah, but that's an impression that a lot of people do. So, you know, a lot of people do Christopher Walken.
Yeah.
Say some impressions for Patreon. I will, MCAP. I will. I want to put quite a few of them on Patreon. So, and if not on Patreon, then it'll be something that I'll do exclusively as a membership for this channel, because we're going to do channel membership as well. So I may put them both. So if you want to see those impressions, man, you know, there you go. And if you just want to see more of us, please. But we're going to be back next week, as always, Wednesday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The year will be 1998. Yeah, it'll be 1998. So yeah, we'll be getting to that. We need some more classic college performance clips. Okay. Yes.
Oh, we actually got a couple.
We got a lot. Yeah. So for those that don't know, one day we wound up playing a college clip of us doing a video, like one of those fun flick videos that we did in the at college one year, and we got a lot. So those will be stuff that we'll put up too. So y'all be on the lookout for that. But this has been great, man. This has been great.
I got a question before we get off. When's the last time you seen the fashion show?
Years.
Yeah. Corey, hey y'all, Corey used to be a model. He used to be a fashion model. Yo, we got some.
I used to. That's right. I used to do it back in the day. Yeah, in college, man.
Corey was out there.
Model, get on the runway, strut my stuff. You know, had to show a little skin a little bit, but that was all part of the show. But that was back in the day, man. You know, I was young and doing my thing, man. You know, in college.
Yeah. It was crazy, man. Like, I always wanted to do the fashion shows, but couldn't because I
know you were busy,
sports obligations and shit.
Yeah, you were busy. You know, there was no way you was gonna have time for that.
No way. My coach would want me see me strutting my ass on the damn.
Yeah, there were no college people in that fashion show. Actually, I think there were no college. I mean, basketball people, no people that played sports. It was too hard. It was just the practices were too late at night. They were too long. There was no way y'all was gonna be able to do that. But it was fun. I will say that it was a lot of fun. A lot of fun. Yeah. Oh man. Yeah, I may show some clips, man. I mean, walking that runway just so y'all can see what I used to be back in the day, man. I used to be back in the day.
So, yeah.
Well, look, we're going to end it here. This has been great. I don't have to go to work tomorrow. Thank God. And this has been good, man. This has been real good. The chat is blowing up. Did Corey dress up like Pimp Daddy? Woo back in the day. Depending on what the scene was. You know, there were certain scenes that you had to dress up a certain way.
Yeah,
so there were certain scenes, you know.
It's funny though, man. Like going back, it's not funny because it was serious. because y'all did y'all thing.
Yeah.
This is not low like Corey doing this shit for fun, for play, and it was just a joke. Nah, them fashion shows used to be super legit.
Yeah, they were legit. It was packed. People paid to get in. Yeah, it was like tons of people. It was crazy. It was a big thing. Yeah. We even had Joe Claire. Yeah, remember Joe Claire? He came and hosted one. We don't have it though, but if y'all don't know, Joe Claire was a big time host on BET at the time, and he came down to our college and hosted, man. So that was good stuff, man. Anyway,
let's get it, yo.
Going down memory lane. This has been great. I will see you guys next week. This has been fun. Please hit that like button, and we're out of here, man. Get out of here. Go to bed. Peace out, y'all. This has been great.